Hi friends, I am Jenny. We are back for a continuation of our lesson about being humble before God. And I'm super excited to talk to you today because I have a fun activity that I think that we can do, and you can do it at home as well. So I'm just gonna take a couple of minutes here to show you about it. Do you remember what it means to be humble? We talked about that the other day. It just means that we don't think of ourselves as more important than other people around us. We know that we're special and that we're unique and that God created us to be like no one else is. But at the same time, He's the one who gives us strength. He's the one that gives us all the talents and abilities. And so we remember that it's not really about us, it's about Him. So today, I wanted to bring this project to teach us a little bit about humbleness. And it's kind of interesting. I have here a house that I made. You can see I made it out of graham cracker. Now, you can use anything that you have. I was thinking about all of the different things that you could do. You could use crackers, you could use graham crackers, you could use pretzels, or even popsicle sticks if you don't have anything like that around. Actually, the lesson plan said to use whipped cream cheese, but we didn't have any of that, so I just decided to use frosting. So today I have graham crackers and I have some frosting. I've got some pretzels and some cereal. I found some cereal that has little shapes and things in it, and so I think it's going to be fun to decorate. So the idea is that you would take the cracker and you can use like a plastic knife. I decided that I wanted to use, and you can use your fingers, my goodness. But I decided that I would use a pretzel stick. And you put some icing along the edges of your cracker or whatever you're using for glue. And quite frankly, if you don't have any of this food stuff, you can use actual glue, but the sad thing about that is that you don't get to eat it at the end of the project. And then you can put the crackers together and it will help them to stick together. Now, this is a little bit hard to show on camera, which is why I made some ahead of time. But basically, you can build a house. See, right here, I have 2 walls. So I have this wall and I have this wall, and I need 4 walls to build a house, right? What I want you to do is, for the first time, make your house without really getting a whole lot of ideas from anyone else. I know you'll get some ideas from me here today, but that's fine. The idea is that you'll make the first house on your own efforts. And then, this is what I did. This was my first house. It looks kind of rough, I have to say. There's my door. The back is a little bit wobbly, but it's staying together. And so there's my first house. When you're finished with your first house, I want you to show it to your mom or your dad or maybe your brother or your sister, and I want you to ask them how you could make it better. So remember that when you ask for their help and they give you ideas, make sure that you don't get sad or mad or offended and think, I like my house, this is the way that I want it. Instead, make sure that you have your listening ears on and listen to their advice and maybe even get their help so that you can improve on your house. And whoo-wee, I have to say that my second house looks way better. I talked with Mr. Kevin. How many of you remember Mr. Kevin? And he suggested that in order to make my house strong, I should probably put a base cracker down there. And so that's what I did. I don't know if you can see it, but this is my second house and it's a lot better than the first house. And I put a cracker down at the bottom too so that these walls wouldn't fall and collapse. And then I decided, since it was going so well, that I put more decorations on it. So the idea is that we have open hearts and we listen and we don't get upset and we think about the things that other people are saying around us in order to help us. And that, my friends, is a way to be humble, because we want to learn. We want to learn how to do things well and make things look the way that we want them to. And so it's great to be humble so that we can learn and improve our skills so that we can get better in the future. Sometimes being humble means that we don't brag about what we've done, but that we have open hearts and we listen and we take into consideration other people's thoughts. And that is what it means to be humble before the Lord. So today's your challenge is this, actually, to make your house, to build your house. Remember, the first time, build your house without anyone's advice or suggestions, and then build a second house, or maybe take down your first house and build up your second house. And if you make it out of things that are edible, like I did, then you can have a treat later on in the afternoon. But make sure you get your parents' permission first. Thanks, friends. Have a great day. We will see you in a couple of days for some more activities. Bye-bye.